Morning guys, well I'm on my way to work. I just left mine, got to the bottom of the road here, Lime Avenue, and the road was closed. It's my fault. Not my fault the road's closed, my fault that I didn't remember it was closed today. Today is the 24th of October 2023. The road did say it was going to be closed at that point between the 23rd and the 26th. Yesterday I came down, it was open, so didn't think much of it. There's no signs or anything at this end of the road to say it's shut. You get to the bottom and suddenly it's closed. But never mind. So, the last time I drove George, I had a little problem with the wipers and the indicators had stopped working. And I said then it's probably a fuse. I had a look yesterday and it was the fuse. Loads of people are going to come down here and forget that road, aren't they? So I changed that yesterday. I didn't bother to do a video because it's just a fuse. But the interesting thing is, I've mentioned before about them. They're the little round cylinder fuses on this car. But this one has actually got like household fuses. So that one there, like a 13 amp fuse. So the fuse is blowing. It may have shorted out somewhere, don't know. So I had that problem with that light coming on again. But I replaced the fuse with one of the others what were already under the bonnet. Another 13 amp plug fuse. And hey presto, everything's working again. If it goes again, then I'll have another investigate. But at this moment in time, I can't find a fault. Everything is fine. So whether there was another short I haven't found yet, or whether it was just an overload from everything on and got like the pump, who knows? We got a 13 amp fuse. But like I say, everything's working now. Not much to say on this video, obviously it's just a drive to work, and as you can see, George is working fine. The other day he was a little bit spluttery and I thought here we go again, there's going to be a problem, but suddenly he became normal and he's been running fine since. So who knows what's going on with him. And at the moment it's not broken, so there's nothing to fix. And as you can see, driving really well. God, did we have some rain last night? Well, we did here anyway. Absolutely hammered down for a few hours. There's a few big puddles about around the town. Yet again. And I thought if George is going to play up, it'd have been today with the amount of rain we had last night, but no, it's running fine. And I love it when it's running like this. I ain't got to do anything, just drive him around. And yesterday I did a few bits, little runs in him around town. Had to go get a few bits for a job I'm doing. And yeah, running great. I don't know what I'm going to be next to George, to be honest. I've got loads of little things to do, but the weather's not the best to go with it now. I've also got some things I want to do at the other end of the road. People all up there stop. Trouble is, along this area we've had loads of road closed, and when you get up to them they're not closed. You think, why are they saying it's closed? Well, it's a road off the road you want to do. You go all the way round and you could have got to it anyway. But never mind. Right, I'm where I want to be, so I'll catch you guys on the way back, I guess. So I'll just show you where the foos is, just in case you don't know. Just on the front here. It's only two fooses. One here, one here. That's what they should be like that. I don't know what amps they are, but hey ho. But whoever's had this before has just put 13s in there, which are good enough. They're all working. There's actually this bottom one that had blown, which was the indicators, the wipers. So pretty simple, the fuses on this car. A lot of stuff in even fuse, to be honest. And then obviously this just pops back on. Yeah, it should be that way. And there we go. Just covers it up. Like I said, George has run them fine. I think I told you I turned the coil up the other way, put some heat shrink on it. Ever since we did that, it's been running okay, so that's good. See here, there's fuel in this filter. Don't trust these filters. But while it's working, I'll leave it. I may even change it back again. Some people don't like these old electric fuel pumps. They can play up, but this one's running fine. There isn't a lot what can go wrong with them. There's just some little points in the back here. It's got a bit of WD in, or clean the points, and away it go again. But did have a problem when I first got the car, if you remember, when I picked it up. But that was just a loose wire. All the wires on George are dodgy, but we just deal with them as we go. Like I've said 1,000 times, I ain't aiming on making George look lovely, just keeping him on the road, and I'm happy. That's the main thing. Right, the sun's come out, so let's have me little drive home. So we're back in the car. Like I said on the way here, I've had some heavy rain, but I've had a couple of showers while I've been at work. Nothing to worry about. I'm sure I've got some proper fuses somewhere. It's just a bit of a job to get in the garage at the minute with a bus in without firing him up and pulling him out. I have got some little jobs I want to do on the bus, but hopefully I'll get around to doing something soon. It's just nice to have everything working as it should at this time. Right, just lock the gates and we'll be off on the little run. Right, I'm back. I've got to go up to my mother-in-law's to pick Gemini up. What's the time? 3 o'clock-ish. If the sign's still there to say the road is closed, which would be on the left. No, let's go. Go in, still saying closed. We know it is, so we won't go that way. Could have put it near the end so you could see it without making the turn. There you go, the other end is even worse, if you remember. There ain't no sign until you get right up to it. And you can't get round that without going all this way or out through the country roads. Well, hopefully that's going to dry up now. Take Gemini out for a nice little walk. The last few days it's been really wet. Some places are a lot more wetter than it is here. I'm glad I don't live anywhere where I get flooded. Poor people. That must be awful. See all your house, your possessions ruined. But they say it's only get worse, or gonna get worse, with the global warming, sea level rising. Some places I've seen around this way where we've had bits of flood, it's usually due to drains blocked with leaves, because it's time of year when the leaves are all full of trees. They don't clean drains out like they used to. Because when it rains hard, that rains hard, and you can't cope with the water. Stop the steering up. Got the blower on, but on slow. Just enough. But if you don't open the window a touch, then you will steam up. George is great for riding around town. When he's running fine, it's a pleasure to drive. Someone said the other day when I was parked over there at the Aldi, some guy came up and he went, "God, lovely old car, mate. Thanks." He says, "That must be worth a fortune." I said, "No, this car won't be worth. No moggies are worth that much, but yeah, this ain't worth a great lot." And he went, "Oh, isn't it really?" He said, "I was going to say that must be a fortune, even though it's a bit rough." I should have asked him if he wanted to buy it. See what he offered. We should be next. Here we go. Traffic lights at the end of this road. You don't go far before you get roadworks, either a stop go or a traffic light. Telecom service, it's probably all that broadband. They seem to dig the roads up every other week for broadband, don't they? Sure, they've done all these before. Who knows? Here we go. Should get round here in time before that one comes. Not standing about as usual. The water's got in the hole, it's full. What do we do? Nothing, stand about. Righto. They're everywhere, like, they're around the back of these cars. Well, someone was saying the other day about the bump stops on George's missing maybe both of the bump stops, definitely one. I ain't really bothered about them, to be honest. They got to go quite a way to hit them bump stops. I remember before when I lowered a moggy on the springs, on the torsion bars, I had to take the bump stops off anyway, because that was almost touching them. But if he was going for an MOT, he'd definitely fail on the bump stop. Probably fail on a lot of things, but definitely would be no bump stop, and I'd have to put them on. Now I may have some in my shed somewhere. If I do eventually find one, I'll pop it back on. Right, I'm right where we need to be. So I'll say thanks for watching, guys. Although this video is not that interesting, but I like to just keep posting them now and again, so you can see that George is still running fine. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.